Okay, here we go again for another live horoscope for 2023. I just did Aquarius, and I'm going to do the next 11 signs over the next day or two. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to get to them when I can. And right now I am on Pisces. Let me make sure I'm actually on. Audio looks okay. Video looks okay, I think. Yeah. So if you have any specific questions you want me to address, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to look at the basic four things that I look at for people a lot, which are the kind of financial aspects of their life, the health aspects, the work and occupation aspects, and the relationships. So so let's just take a look. And this is a very general reading, of course. I do monthly readings that are more specific, and I also do, if you want a private reading, let me give you that information. If you want a private reading, you can always reach me at SuperPeer, and this is the coupon code right now I have running for 15% off through December 31st. So feel free to contact me with any questions or issues, and I'll give you a private reading via video. All right, so let's get started with this. So Pisces fish. So let's begin with health and the health aspects that you can expect for 2023. Oh, this came pretty quickly. I'm seeing two cards which came out, the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is more of a slower energy for health. But the Page of Wands card, so I'm seeing like this is kind of the energy that you're kind of being gravitated to, but this is your willingness to kind of take an active role in handling your health. I think you can't really rely on, in 2023, on just doctors. You're going to have to be very creative with exercise, with diet, and really thinking about health in a very active way that isn't going to be just relying on what you've been given and how things are at the moment. You're going to have to start thinking about how you can incorporate activity into your day and really just doing things that will get you healthy, because otherwise you're going to be in this more passive state, which is not very dynamic and not a lot of chi energy flowing through your body. I like to recommend Tai Chi. I think it's a great thing, and also yoga. They're both really good. So I think if you can incorporate those into your daily routine, that's going to really help a lot in 2023, Pisces. So let me write this down so I can tell you later. So yeah, Page of Wands and a Queen of Pentacles. All right, so let's look at your overall financial state in 2023. Pisces, looking at your overall state of your finances, the direction that you're being gravitated towards. And I'm seeing the world, and the world is largely having things sort of out of your hands, in which there's a larger energy at work that is sort of beyond you. Overall, it's positive, I would say. It's gravitating you to a higher plane of being. But I'm not feeling like you have a lot of control in your finances. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, like your finances are going to be out of control. I'm saying that you can try to do certain things, but there's only so much you're going to be able to do. You're really in the flow of a larger pattern. And I guess my advice would be to see your finances in the larger picture of your finances. Start to think more broadly than you have been, maybe. Like think long term, and not just 1 or 2 years in advance, or not even 1 or 2 months. Think at least 10 years in advance. If you can do that, I think that it will benefit you the most in 2023. Thinking long term with the world. All right, so next I'm going to look at your general work and occupation pattern for 2023. And as I've said before, this isn't just about work, like a job. This is about how you spend your time, how you use your time, how productive you're going to be, how effective and efficient, and how satisfied you're going to be with your work in 2023, and what you can do to kind of move into a work cycle that is meaningful for you. I think if you're spending most of your time on work, whatever that is, and it could be if you're a student, your studies, it could be if you're retired, it could be just how you occupy yourself. So consider that with this card, this energy coming up for you, Pisces, in 2023. I'm seeing in terms of your work life, nothing coming up yet. Looking at the work life for Pisces in 2023. All right. I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles, which is what I refer to as the collaborative builder card. And so I think the best thing for your work life in 2023 is to really consider and think about the people that you work with. Because with this card, your effectiveness and your satisfaction with your work and your work life and your work time is going to be really depending on the people you work with. So if you're not happy with the people you work with, I would try to find other people to work with. Either like try and work on a different team, or even change jobs if need be. If you are happy with the people you work with, make sure you can hang on to them. If you like your employees or your coworkers, really appreciate them. Let them know that they're appreciated, because I find that what is going to determine, like, there's a lot of job turnover in every job right now, and that's just the nature of the work, the way that we've structured work right now in 2020 and 2023, 2022 and 2023. So if you really like the people that you work with, by creating like satisfying experience with when they work with you, they're going to want to stay. And that's more important, I think, than even salary, things like that, because people want to work around people they like. And if they don't like you, if you don't like them, it's going to come across. So really appreciate the people that you do work with if you like them, and let them know, like, just surprise them, like bring in a plate of food or something to share with people, or something that is like above and beyond just coworkers. Be like a really good boss, be a really good coworker for them to work with, and satisfying, because that's going to really improve your collaborations. It's going to make you guys more effective as a team, and it's going to allow you to really just bring forth a more satisfying workplace. And that's what everybody wants, right? And I'm saying this again, this isn't just about people in a job. This is students, the teachers and the other students they work with. This is people unemployed or retired, just the people that they interact with in their daily life in terms of what they're doing, how they're occupying themselves. So make sure you're on a good team in 2023. That's really going to be key to your effectiveness and your happiness in 2023. All right, so I got through these pretty quickly. Oh wait, I haven't done relationships. So that was the Three of Pentacles, and I'll recap all this at the end if you just joined late. But I've basically looked at health, finance, and work, and now I'm going to look at relationships for Pisces. So as I say before, with relationships, this is not just about romantic relationships. It's about your friends, your family, your coworkers, everybody you interact with on a daily basis. What's that general pattern going to look like in 2023? And for that, I am seeing... The card came out, but it went away. I am seeing... Okay, here we go. I'm seeing two cards for your relationships, the Emperor and the Nine of Cups. The Emperor is really a person who's in charge of things and likes to control things. Sometimes the Emperor can be overbearing and domineering. But with this, I'm seeing for you, for your relationships, I think you need to be a little more, not domineering, but be in charge. Be a little more, not, yeah, I don't like the word assertive, but, be a little more willing to put your foot down and take charge of things. Don't always look to others to lead. Suggest, instead of like following their lead, be the one to suggest activities. Be the one to suggest plans and make plans, because that's what the emperor is about. The emperor doesn't always just consult with others and say, what do you think? They make a decision and they plan. And then in terms of the 9 of Cups, I'm seeing overall satisfaction if you can do that. And the key with the emperor, though, is to be an emperor who's happy. And because we're in December, I like to compare the good emperor to Santa Claus, in that he's very powerful and he leads a lot of people, but he's jolly and he makes sure that everybody is happy. And that's the kind of emperor you want to be with your relationships. Be the one who is leading and in charge, but make sure that you're fair and make sure that you're kind and that you bring joy to others in their experience of the relationship. Because if you're just an emperor who's commanding and ordering things about, that's not a relationship that anybody wants to be around. That's not a person they want to be around. They want to be around somebody who's powerful and in charge, but fair and kind. So remember that, and if you do, it will lead to a very satisfying relationships in 2023. All right, Pisces. So let me recap what I just did. I looked at the 4 elements, not the 4 elements, the 4 kind of quadrants or areas of your life. I looked at your health, and I was seeing the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, and I was seeing that overall with your health, it's important that you take an active and dynamic role in bringing health into your life. Because if you just kind of roll along in 2023, I'm seeing kind of a lower energy state, and it's important that you kind of raise your chi energy. And the best way, I suggested a few activities such as Tai Chi or yoga. Those are really good for the energy of the body, and that's really what you need in 2023. With finances, I'm seeing the World, which means that you're not going to have a great deal of control at the moment over your immediate finances, and the best thing you can do is think long term. Start thinking beyond just the next few months or the next few years of your finances. Start thinking at least 10 years ahead, and how you can plan, how you can invest, how you can take care of your finances, how you can pay off your debts in the next 10 to 15 years. Think long term. Don't just think short term, because that's going to really make you more effective. But I'm also seeing, though, with that you're not going to have a total amount of control over your finances, but start at least thinking about it, because you will in the future. With work, I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles, which was about being a collaborator that is good to work with. So thinking about how you can either find a work environment and coworkers that you like more, or appreciating the coworkers that you already have and really hanging on to them, because if they're a good team for you to work with. So really consider, are you in a good workplace or environment for doing what you do, or do you need to find a new workplace? If you are in a good workplace, if you like your coworkers, let them know and really appreciate them. And then finally, with relationships, I was seeing the Emperor, which means that it's important in your relationships, all your relationships, friends, romantic, coworkers, family, to be the one who is be willing to not control, but be willing to lead. I think that's what an emperor can really do, is set a good example, offer good advice, listen, and try to come up with solutions that are satisfying to everybody, but also don't just be passive. Be a more active player in 2023. So that's what I'm seeing for Pisces in 2023. I think overall you have a lot of good potential for a great year. A lot of it seems to be coming down to being active. Yeah, it seems with your health, take an active role. like take part daily in some kind of an activity that really raises your energy, and then actively choosing your work and your coworkers and actively initiating and leading in your relationships. If you do all these things, I think you're going to have a wonderful year. And yeah, I'm doing these every month. If this is the first video that you've just discovered, I can't talk right now. If this is your first video that you've discovered with me, I do these every month, but this is just a broad, general outline for your 2023. And I do all kinds of predictions and other things. And I also do private readings. You can reach me directly on SuperPeer. Here's the info and the coupon code for 15% off through December 31st. I think that's all I have to say about Pisces right now. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, feel free to leave it down in the info below. And I hope to see you in my future videos. Take care.